Welcome to the Forsaken Burrow, where every thread tells a story. This is Chapter 3 of the Avatar series, continuing our journey through the creation and refinement of the Ferret 2.0 VTuber model. These moments were originally captured during a set of late June 2026 live streams, now carefully reshaped into smaller ferret-sized chapters so the story stays sharp, cozy, and easy to follow. Each week, we pull another stitch from the original broadcasts as we transform a flat illustration into a fully layered and eventually mostly rigged live 2D avatar. Today's thread focuses on the creation of one of the Burrow's most important artifacts, the Mystic Bowtie. We walk through separating it onto its own layer in GIMP, shaping its details, and crafting the color variations. Settle in. The burrow is just getting started. What I'll need to do is, I'm going to first of all isolate the bow tie. Very, very simple. I'll just make a copy of my base image. Throw this guy down. Bring it to the section that it's going to be in, and I'm going to call this I. And here's the fun part. We get to just basically strip out everything that's involved here. And yeah, it's pretty much straightforward at that point because follow this line all the way across and then everything else gets removed. Very, very simple, very, very. And then what I can do is with the bow tie, I can various different colors so that it up. I can do a red bow tie or a blue bow tie, and so I'm gonna change up colors if I chose to do. Also, too, I have to make note that this shadow that goes under, and that's something that is not part of the bow tie, but it is. It's related to the bow tie. So if I wanted to, I could create a shadow that is specific for the bow tie. It's kind of easy to do, but I think for the most part I don't really do, because all I'm really going to do, I'm not going to really move the bow tie around. What I will try to do is I basically just change the color of the bow tie. So I'm going to leave this shadow as being part of the body itself, and the bow tie will just on top. And we'll do this, call this bow tie main. That'll be the first one. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a freehand select tool, which a lot of people call the lassoing tool. I'm going to kind of zoom the bow tie. Make sure that you are actually on the bow tie itself. So back in the day, what we used to do is we had to do this by hand. We didn't have this tool that would automatically find the edge for us. And this is basically a technique called like following the ants, essentially. If you make a mistake, you can always make adjustments. No wrong way to do this. So I suppose you could like pull out the eyeball instead of the bow tie. Now, if I wanted to, I could probably do like the bow tie and the sash separate. But really the only reason to do that is if you're planning on animating the bow tie to make it like do a spin or something along those lines, which I don't plan on doing on this version of the avatar. So I'm just going to go around it and not make the sash of the bow tie separate. Yeah, imagine having to do this pretty much by hand, where you had to like zoom in really, really close, and you had to hit all of the marks very, very precisely. I think with Photoshop you can just draw a big circle and it'll automatically like in on the edge. But again, the GIMP is pretty much a free product. Yeah, it doesn't have all of the options as Photoshop does, but it certainly does enough, I think, to for people that are on a budget. I guess technically what I'm doing here is I tagged it as educational. Not really a tutorial per se, even though I'm giving you and treating it kind of like a tutorial, but ultimately it's working on it. Uh-oh. Oh yeah. Like, can't find the beginning. And what you need to do is you need to go back to the beginning, the very first one, and exit, and then because it does that, it completely around the entire thing. Then I'm going to go and select. I'm going to invert it because I want to select everything outside of that section. And then when I delete this, you're going to see nothing because there I have the base that's still here. But if I make the base go away, you're going to see that all that's left is the bow tie. And now I have the first basically layered out section. So again, we started out with our base, which is this whole base ferret, and now we're just going to break out all the individual parts that are needed to create your avatar. I'm just going to duplicate this layer, and we're going to go with like a blue. Oh no, let's go with a black, because a black tie, oh, you won't be able to see it though. A slightly off black. But we can't mess it up, so let's just give it a try here, shall we? All right, so right now, remember I'm inverted, so I have to invert it back. I'm gonna use the fill tool, which probably not let me do. Yeah, there's nothing to fill here, according to. Oh, it did. Yeah, see, the problem is that there's so many holes in here that it's just. What I could do is I could paintbrush. But see, now you can't see any of the details. Gonna do kind of a weird little trick. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna duplicate our bow tie again. Hit it. capture most of that. Let's see. So I'm being a little sneaky here. Now I've captured the outline of the tie, and so what we're going to do is we're going to make it slightly gray. And I'm going to paint gray. And we'll see how that looks on top of this guy. Let's see here. Uh-oh. Did I label it wrong? Oh yeah, I've got to turn off the base. That. That on top. Oh, I've got to invert it and then crack the insides. Bring this guy back. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, I don't like that at all. So we're just gonna get rid of both of them. And just hit this layer. For now, we'll leave the bow tie as is. Well, at some point, what we'll maybe take this and then edit this down, because we're going to have to go in there individually, and you can see all the individual porousness. Actually, why don't I do this? Okay. Huh. Select row 1. Convert. So now I have just the color. I inverted the colors. So we can tone down the reds. And now I have a blue bow tie. So at least we have a little bit of variety there. And so like in future iterations you can add like a yellow one. Try to put a design on top of it as well. Change it up. So yeah, lots of different options.